Hi, my name is May, and today I'm going to show you how to make Taiwanese rice dumplings, otherwise known as zongzi in Chinese. You'll see that I'm going to show you my easy way of making it, where they're wrapped with rubber bands instead of tied with strings. In order to make the dumplings today, mine is going to be the dessert dumplings that's filled with red bean paste. You can make yours to be an entree, and you can fill it with anything you want. Traditionally it's a pork mix or peanuts. So what you will need is sweet rice, otherwise known as glutinous rice. This is very important to know the difference, because sweet rice is a lot different than what people think of when they say sticky rice. You want sweet rice or glutinous rice. You will need bamboo leaves, and they come packaged very tightly and dried. You will need whatever you're going to use for your filling. So again, I'm using cans of red bean paste. You will also need either string or rubber bands. You will need a stock pot or a big wok that you can boil or steam in. If you choose to steam, make sure that you have a steaming tray. You will need a big bin or a deep sink where you can soak your bamboo leaves. And finally, you'll need a large mixing bowl or a large bowl to soak your rice. You will want to soak your glutinous rice, your sweet rice, either overnight or all day, depending on when you plan to make and wrap your dumplings. So what you're going to do is soak it in warm water. You want to fill it to cover the rice, and if it soaks up all the water, you're going to want to add some more water. When you work on it, you can either drain it and work with the wet rice, or I prefer to work with it soaking in water, so depending on how long it takes me to wrap. You'll see that these rice kernels have actually soaked up a lot of water, so you can see there's a big difference between the dry rice and the soaking rice. So you definitely want to soak your rice either overnight or all day. You also want to soak your bamboo leaves. It doesn't take very long to soak the bamboo leaves. You can soak these about an hour before you start wrapping, and they will be nice and pliable to begin with. There are several different ways of wrapping your zongzi, your dumplings. I'm going to show you my secret cheating way because I want some small ones. But let me show you one way, first of all, that one begins. You can cut off the tail end of the bamboo leaf. You see it has a stem on it. If you're not careful, that stem can poke through and cut holes into your dumplings as you're wrapping them. Traditionally, you'll see a lot of people start off with 2 leaves and overlapping them slightly, and then forming them up and over, folding them over to form a cone. So this cone shape is very important. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use one. And you'll see that a bamboo leaf has a shiny side and a flat side. So we use the shiny side in, because that's where a lot of the flavor is going to be imparted into your dumpling, onto your rice. So you're going to fold the short side in, so you have the overlapping piece later on to fold with. And so you have a cone. You want to try to get as much as possible so that there is no hole in the bottom of the tip of the cone. And you start off by putting a little bit of rice into the pocket that's made by your cone. And then you put whatever filling you want in. So if you're making a savory one, you're going to put your meats and your mushrooms, whatever you want as a filling. Again, today I'm making a sweet one, so I'm going to put in a little bit of my red bean paste. Put that in there. Just a little taste. A spoonful is about enough. And you're going to top it off with a little bit more rice. You want to fill the cone up, but not all the way to the top, because you want a little bit in there for you to fold with. So you're going to try to pinch in any overlapping corners And then you're going to fold the tail end of the leaf down over your cone. Okay. Wrap it around the tip, and you'll see that you have that extra bit over there. So just like packing a Christmas gift, you're going to fold that together and wrap it around. Now if you're doing this traditionally, this is the step where you would take your string and wrap it around and tie it off. We're just going to use a rubber band because I don't have the patience to tie string. And you see that I'm just wrapping it over just enough to hold the leaf in place. Okay? Now I'm going to set this aside, and we're going to make a whole bunch of these, and then we're going to go ahead and steam them. So you have a choice. After you make a whole batch, you can boil them or steam them. I actually prefer to boil them. I like to cover them all up with water in my stock pot or my wok, and once they're covered, you just boil them for about 30 to 50 minutes, maybe an hour, and that makes sure that all the rice is cooked all the way through. If you steam them, it might take a little bit longer, so it could be an hour and a half. And when you're finished, you should have a rice dumpling. Unlike other ones you have to unwrap or cut, you can just take the rubber band off, and you just unwrap it, unpeel it, and you have a rice dumpling to eat and share.